Hi guys, my name is Ray, and one thing you don't know about me is that I have nearly 1 million words of fanfic published. Doing the intro on a Monday instead of a Sunday, it's because I actually did it last night, but I'm so silly goofy that I forgot to check and delete all of the footage for my last blog. So my phone ran out of storage like 5 minutes into me recording, and I didn't notice until I went to stop the recording and I saw that I had been speaking to practically nothing for like 15 minutes. So that's that. And it was almost midnight, and I was just too tired. And I was rambling a lot anyway, so I'm glad it got not captured. Anyway, this blog is actually going to be very simple. I was watching Becca Becca Tovar's video of showing up for your whip, for your writing, for your project, and that made me think that I need to figure out a way to show up for my project in a way that is sustainable to me right now in my situation. So I was sort of seeing my calendar for these next 2 weeks, which are going to be this blog, and they are actually not too busy. So my plan is to, for the first week, have at least 30 minutes a day when I'm working on my document for either one of my projects. It doesn't matter which one. It doesn't matter if it's just brainstorming for Project Caves or actually writing Project Prophecy. Uh, just 30 minutes for the first week. And for the second week, I'm going to be adding 15 minutes. So it's going to be 45 minutes per day. uh, counting the weekend, even though you might not get to see Sunday because I'm going to start editing on Saturdays, which so I can have the blog up on a Sunday. I'm kind of liking the Sunday update. So probably it's gonna be like a week and 6 days instead of 7 days. That was my brother's dog that I'm dog sitting, and they're supposed to come pick him up tomorrow. Anyway, that's gonna be the plan for this entire vlog. I'm gonna be checking in on Sunday after the first week, anyway. But very much, and I'm gonna be showing you like how much progress I've been making, like with a little bit of B-roll. But I reached just over 19,000 words on Saturday. I did record that a little bit on Saturday, and that means that I am a little bit over 10,000 words close to technically finishing with my goal, which was 30,000 words. But obviously, I'm not gonna force myself to keep the work to exactly 30,000 words. But if everything goes well, I should be able to finish the book maybe within the next 2 months. The first draft of the book, which is actually kind of amazing, and I'm kind of amazed at myself for that. So, anyway, that's all that I'm gonna do. It's gonna be very simple. Hopefully, it's gonna be shorter than my last blog that was almost 30 minutes. Hopefully, it'll be shorter than that. If not, then I might consider weekly blogs. But we'll see how I feel, how long this one is, because I am gonna be editing week per week. Anyway, what I'm gonna do right now is have something to eat, have some dinner. It's around, I don't have my clock, my phone near, but it's around 9:30 p.m., something like that. So I'm gonna have some food because I haven't eaten since lunch, and I'm gonna write my plans on my writing journal, my blogging journal, kind of a mashup that I'm just like using to keep myself accountable to myself. And then I'm gonna be hopefully writing for 30 minutes. So I will be showing you that, my initial words and my finishing words. And yeah, that's that. And I don't know. I'll give you more thoughts about how I'm feeling about writing because I did have thoughts about that yesterday, but as we know, that didn't record. So sad and upset, but moving on. And I might just do that in a voiceover and slap it over my B roll rather than using a lo fi song. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Maybe. Probably. Okay, goodbye. I am known for being an over planner, and by known I mean by my friends who know my writing style. And for this project, I've been pantsing it, which means I'm just going along, and it had worked so far. I was really loving just sort of discovering where my characters were going at the same time that they were going there. However, I am reaching a point where I need to know what's next before I get there. Otherwise, I think I'm gonna write myself into a messy resolution. So that's why I was kind of stuck a little bit. I wrote a little bit on Saturday and then spent Sunday organizing my stationery and organizing my Google Docs, downloading all the documents that I had already posted on AO3 in the last couple of years and leaving just things that aren't finished. Uh, because I had no idea where I wanted to go with the next part or how I was going to work through the conflict that needed to happen. This big um, show of power between evil and even more evil people that pretend to be good. And I was very stuck. Now I have a bit of an idea of how I'm going to go into it, but I have a feeling this is going to be a part of the book that I am going to have to edit a lot when I am working on future drafts. But as for now, I think I have a better understanding of these next few chapters, and hopefully they will get finished soon. Actually, didn't get any writing done on Wednesday or Thursday because my shoulder has been hurting like a lot, to the point where I can't even find a comfortable position to sleep on because it just hurts all the time. I don't know if you guys have ever had shoulder injuries, but they are so annoying when you are just trying to sleep. So I've been getting very little sleep and I've been doing my best uh, with medication, but you can't take that many painkillers. So it's been a lot. I already made an appointment with my physical therapist on Monday. So that's that. Hopefully that would help. But that has meant that I have not been showing up for my writing. So I've been failing at the concept of this video for 2 days. And today, after I know that this is almost a voiceover because I'm not even doing anything, and I'm sorry. Um, After a 2 hour nap, unplanned, and half an hour of doom scrolling on Instagram Reels, I decided that I was gonna try to get some writing done. I don't know how much I'm gonna get done. I'm not going to set a timer just because I'm I'm just gonna be here until I don't know, maybe 12 a.m., maybe midnight. I don't know, 'cause I'm still tired. I'm still kind of sleepy, but I'm not super tired. So I'm gonna try. First, I'm gonna try to get some writing done on chapter 12 of the prophecy. Uh, and if that doesn't work, I'm gonna just brainstorm a little bit of the caves because I haven't touched that whip all week, and I've already finished a chapter for the prophecy. But anyway, I'm gonna try. I think I'm getting a cold because I've been coughing and my nose has been stuffy all day. So I don't know. Maybe it's just the tiredness getting to me. Anyway, I just put on someone playing Papa's Pizzeria just to have some background noise. And I'm gonna give you a little bit of keyboard ASMR in a second. Hang on. Take a bite of my water bottle. I'm gonna give it to 22,000 words tonight. That would actually make me feel better about myself. If I can't, then I'll just cry myself to sleep. So anyway, I'm just gonna give you a check-in, like recording the screen like I usually do in the end. So yeah, I just wanted to jump a little bit, and I'm sorry if this part of the video is boring because you can't even see me that well. It was on purpose. I look awful. Anyway, hopefully this will sound nice. Hi guys, so this is the end of the first week. As you can see, I was able to complete 5 out of 7 days, which honestly, it's amazing. I finished one chapter and I am just about to finish another one. I just hit 23,000 words, and I think that maybe with tomorrow's session I might be able to finish chapter 12, which is pretty amazing. Um, right now I'm just watching all videos from Taylor and just was getting the last of my works done because it's 11 p.m. and I have work in the morning and I really need to rest. So I'll be seeing you guys next week. Well, I mean, you're gonna see it next week right away, but I'll check in tomorrow. So I had actually previously recorded a video with an update. However, I don't like it. I don't like how it looks, so I'm not using it. Just a quick update. Today it's Wednesday and I did not write at all on Monday or Tuesday. Monday I had physical therapy and my shoulder ended up being a lot more hurt and tender than what I had expected. So I am giving it a long rest as much as I can because I did a little bit of cleaning in my house and that made it hurt again. So I'm just taking one cleaning task per day and writing a little. You're gonna watch me write a little during the afternoon at my work setup. That is because I had some free time during work today and I decided to do two 45-minute sprints, sort of to try and make up for not writing the past 2 days. And they were actually more productive than what I expected. I finished outlining 2.5 chapters for Project Caves. And now it's 10 p.m. I'm going to be watching Joy's newest video, Write with Joy. I'm gonna try to watch her write 5k words in 1 day challenge while I get some words done on Project Prophecy and have some dinner. I hope to update you again on Saturday. Bye, guys. Hi guys. So Saturday, Saturday night, we're finally closing down on this 2 week showing up for my whips challenge. I liked the fact that I could commit to the challenge as much as I could. I definitely did about an 80% of the dates. So I did this week I did 4 out of 5, no 6, 4 out of 6, and last week I did 5 out of 7 days. Uh, and I think that's good. I definitely think for me personally, 30 minute worked better than 45 minutes. 45 minutes sprints that I was doing, and I was only doing like that was my minimum per day. It was the only one that I could do most days. 45 minutes definitely allowed me more time to wander off to other things while I was still writing. I was finding myself trying to reach for my phone or paying more attention to what I was watching instead of what I was writing. So, in with 30 minutes, I didn't have that issue. I know that 15 minutes don't sound like a lot of difference, but definitely for someone with ADHD like me, it was. So, I think I'm gonna stick to 30 minutes from now on, and I'm gonna keep trying to do a minimum of 30 days per 30 week 30 minutes per day, sorry. Uh, and it was pretty much a success. So well, thank you for watching this video. I know it was also very long. I'm just a long um format girly. I can't do short stuff apparently. Anyway, I finished again one chapter per week. I finished chapter 11 last week. I finished chapter 12 yesterday or a couple of days ago. I think it was Thursday because yesterday was rough as well as today. And right now, I just reached a little bit over 25,000 words, which means I'm getting close. I'm getting close. Right now, what I'm gonna do is edit this blog so I can have it ready for tomorrow. I'm gonna watch some anime that I've been meaning to watch, and I have some. I feel like I deserve it. I'm very tired. And yeah, for next week, probably the next few weeks, I already have any ideas for what I want to do, and it all um, is about the fact that I'm trying to switch the writing program software that I use. I heard that Google Docs is scrapping and deleting files from things that they consider are not good. And since I write mostly horror or sexual explicit content with my erotica books or my fan fiction, I am afraid that the one day I'm gonna log in and they're gonna be gone. So for the next few blogs, I'm gonna be trying new software to see which one I like the best. So leave your recommendations down in the comments below. Preferably free because I am broke and I can't afford to pay a membership. But yeah, just let me know. I think next week I'm trying ellipsis first, and then we are going to see how I feel about it. A couple of my friends really like ellipsis, so who knows? Maybe I will end up with that one, but I want to try a few just to make sure that I am making a good decision. Especially because I need to figure out how to format for publication for EPUBs and the file that Kindle Publishing is going to need. So I need to figure out which software I can actually also use for that as well as writing. But anyway, that's all for this week. I will go more into detail that next week. Well, next vlog tomorrow when I record the intro. But that's all for now. And yeah, leave me your recommendations of software down below. I am mostly paranoid, but who knows? Maybe I have bad luck, and I do. So anyway, it was great to do this blog, and I did a new intro. I revamped my header and my profile picture, and I think I'm also gonna change a couple of things um for my thumbnails. I think I found a font that I actually like, so I might redo my thumbnails. But yeah, that's all. And I'm getting in the hang of things. So thank you guys.